So okay, here's the trade proposal. This is all in a in a in a universe where the Raptors decide, you know what? They actually won last night, so I was hoping they'd lose to push this agenda even more. They finally break like an
Siakam
8-game
at
losing streak.
50
Talking
something
about 50
points,
something.
man.
Yeah, that didn't help this trade proposal at all. But in a world where the Raptors decide, you know what, we want to blow it up. We want to just kind of revolve our team around Scotty Barnes. We're going to get rid of Siakam. We're going to get rid of Van Vliet, and we're going to get rid of any of the old guys, maybe even Otto Porter Jr.'s on the run again. And so that would be to tank for Wembanyama, whoever's in this upcoming draft. So they would you still have the hero graphic?
I do.
We should get him back.
He's
But
hurt again, though.
I know. But so that would have to be the focus for this to become a reality, and for the Warriors, I guess, to continue losing and realize that, hey, we need someone, and we need someone big to make this to give us a shot. Because even if the Warriors even if they go 500 or if they go less in this homestand, when Steph comes back, it's going to be too big of a hole to dig yourself out of to even become still relevant.
That's why they have to have a winning record on this homestand.
Exactly. That's why the urgency needs to be now. And this goes against everything I've said with the young guys, but I did a 3-team trade involving the Los Angeles Lakers, the Golden State Warriors, and the Toronto Raptors, where the Warriors end up with Siakam, the Lakers end up with Klay Thompson, and the Raptors end up with Russ, those 2 Lakers first-round picks that everyone's been shopping around, Wiseman, Moody, and a couple pick swaps if they want it from the Warriors. So I was interested on different perspectives regarding the trade because I keep looking at it.
Does it work money-wise for the Raptors?
So it doesn't. So the Raptors need to shed $17 million worth of money, which is kind of a lot.
So then they probably have to dump their players on one of the.
They would almost have to dump Gary. So Gary Trent Jr. makes that exact amount.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at teams with cap space who could basically take someone in and not really have to match the money back to send back to the Raptors. And the Pacers and the Spurs have cap space. And Gary Trent Jr. fits those guys' timelines, specifically the Pacers, for a good young player who can, run with Halliburton and Mathurin. So I just basically traded Gary Trent Jr. for Chris Duarte straight up. And then
but wait a second here. So the Warriors would give up Klay, who's making 40.
Mm-hmm.
They would give up, you said Wiseman?
They'd give up Wiseman, Klay, and Moody. But Klay would go to Los Angeles, and Wiseman and Moody plus picks would go to the Toronto Raptors.
Okay, but if the Warriors give up all of those players, that is about $55 million or so, maybe a little bit less than that. So they could almost take on Siakam and Trent both. Because Siakam makes 29, and if you said Trent makes 17, actually, you know what? That might be wrong. That might be Siakam. Yeah, 29 and 17. So that comes out to 46, and Klay, and so they'd still be under of the players they gave up.
Yeah, that just feels unfair, though, doesn't it? The Warriors end up with Siakam and Gary Trent Jr.
And so the Russ thing, I wonder if Klay's making 40,
Russ is making 50.
Yeah,
I want to do the trade again and do it how you said.
What's Russ's salary? Russ is making 47. Klay Thompson is making 40. Yeah. So I don't know what the Lakers cap situation is, but they may have to. There may have to be another guy that goes off of their team as well, just to make it work. But that's all that there's details that you could.
They're getting off of Russ at 47 and getting Klay back at 40. Doesn't that work?
Yeah, but I forget what the percentage of contracts that has to be. I guess it's probably close enough.
Let's try this trade. The trade is successful if we get Gary Trent Jr. back.
There we go.
That doesn't sound fair, though. And per John Hollinger's analysis, the Lakers lose 4 wins, the Warriors lose 5 wins, and the Raptors lose 9 wins.
What? How does everybody lose?
No one wins in that trade. That's why you can't look at the Hollinger stuff. But if you look at it from the Lakers' perspective, let me just quickly do this, because if you look at it from the Lakers' perspective, all of the rumors that we've seen Russ in the 2 picks for, it's been Russ in the 2 picks for Mike Conley and Jordan Clarkson, Russ in the 2 picks for Bojan Bogdanovic, Russ in the 2 picks for Buddy Hield and Miles Turner.
Yeah.
Tell me Klay Thompson is not the best player they could potentially get back in a package like that.
I think he would be But if you're watching this version of Klay
It's
playing
not
with
great.
Steph, who gets him open shots, he would have to pull back a little bit, right? Playing with LeBron is a little bit different than playing with Steph. He may be sort of turned into a sit in the corner kind of guy.
Exactly. And
I
not
don't.
to say that Klay isn't getting like open looks because of Steph on the Warriors, but Klay is totally creating his own shot when sometimes he maybe not doesn't need to, or sometimes he does need to. I think on a team with LeBron and AD, not to say that they have more gravity than Steph, but maybe as a collective they command more people to, quickly try to bait them into doing something. So LeBron would have a wide open kick out to Klay. Klay's catch and shoot numbers are still really good. I think it's in like the 40s. So I think that also, if LeBron still had a say in that front office, I think we have no clue if he does or not, unless you know something. But I think if LeBron had a say, I think he would want Klay out
I
of
mean,
all the
I'm
packages
sure
too.
he probably has the just about the biggest say.
I think he would vouch for Klay. So,
All
and
right.
I asked Uncle, and he said because the two packages that are really like the bigger ones that I've talked about is like Klay for Russ in the 2 picks, or Buddy Hield, Miles Turner in the 2 picks. Like those are probably the two best ones. And he said that he'd rather have Klay. And my other friend said that as a LeBron fan, I'd rather have Klay, but as a Lakers fan, I'd rather have Buddy Hield, Miles Turner. I still think it's Klay. Klay has proven that he is there, and when it comes to playoff time, he's dependable. He won't get played off the floor. Like that's the guy who I think would fit the Lakers the best. The guy who ups your shooting from three and then still can provide a lot on defense. I think he would fit the Lakers perfectly, and that's why I'm hesitant to give him up. And that's also why, like, if you're a Warriors fan, you're like, no, you can't break up Klay, Steph, and Dre. Like, I totally get it. Like hands off on the trade then. But if there is a way to get better, you want to package the young guys and try to get a star back. You do have to add in someone who makes a lot of money. And it's, Wiggins has been the name that's been shopped around, but Wiggins is almost like our second best player. So I probably wouldn't do it. And I'd probably cut ties with Klay to do it.